I think we've taken you from West Africa to East Africa, and I think we can take you to Southern Africa right now. I'd like to introduce Sunil Benimadhu, the CEO of the Mauritius Stock Exchange. He's also the chairman of the Africa Securities Exchanges Association. Sunil, yes. Please can you tell us about the multi-currency listing, trading, and settlement platform that your exchange set up, and how this platform is helping to de-risk transactions effected on your market, particularly by foreign investors. Also, can you spend some time on some of the African integration projects that are going on right now?
Thank you, Arunma. Good morning, everybody. I'm indeed pleased to be here. Basically, to understand the reason why the Stock Exchange of Mauritius came up with the idea of setting up a multi-currency listing, trading, and settlement platform, I think we need to link it to the internationalization strategy of the Stock Exchange of Mauritius. In fact, since 2010, we've decided to move away from what has historically been an equity-centric domestic exchange, catering essentially for the capital needs of the local issuers, to a multi-asset class internationalized exchange. And to achieve that new strategy, of course, there were a number of new things that we needed to implement. And among one of those new initiatives that we've implemented is the setting up of a multi-currency listing, trading, and settlement platform. So basically what this means is that today the Stock Exchange of Mauritius is in a position to help an issuer raise capital, list, trade, and settle the underlying transactions in any of the 4 international currencies, the US dollar, the British pound, the euro, the South African rand, and then of course there's the Mauritian rupee. And the reason why we've done that, it's because we've seen that Mauritius is growingly being used as a platform for investments into Africa, into India, and into other emerging regions of the world, because Mauritius has a number of favorable double taxation treaties. It has also signed a number of investment protection and promotion agreements on a bilateral basis with a number of countries. So we wanted to leverage that potential, because today in Mauritius there are hundreds of international funds that are located with billions of dollars of potential investments. There are hundreds of global business companies that have been set up in Mauritius and that are leveraging off the platform of Mauritius to invest in India, Africa, and other countries. And many of these global business companies need capital to fund their activities. So we felt that if we could leverage off this big presence in Mauritius and offer the potential issuers the possibility to raise capital, trade and settle in international currency, it will make their life easier, and it will help those international investors that are looking to invest into those companies to reduce their risk. Why? Because when you invest in dollar, you list, trade, and settle in dollar or in euro, in the British pound. Basically, as a foreign investor, you don't need to convert your dollar into the local currency for investments, and then when you sell, you get the local currency and reconvert it back. So there are lots of costs associated with that. So that's why we came with this multi-currency international platform, and it's been working very well, because since 2010, we've listed 60 new issuers and products on our exchange, be it in the form of global funds, etc. And we've helped many of these institutions or issuers to raise capital. In fact, since 2010, there's been about nearly $2 billion, $1.9 billion that have been raised by these institutions. So it's a way to internationalize the platform, but also de-risk the investments undertaken by foreign investors on our market. So I don't think I have time to answer the second question about integration. Maybe we'll take it later.
No, I think we'll have a chance when we hear from the audience to also discuss the issue of integration, probably in our closing. I have a question for you, though. Is there a direct flight from Mauritius to Casablanca?
Yes.
Not yet.
But we would like to.
Okay.
But we're working on that.
But I think that maybe from Johannesburg or Kenya or Nairobi. Because I want to take you to Morocco. So you'll probably stop over in Nairobi or in Joburg on your way.
Hi, Ashley Bendel, African Alliance, Pan-African Investment Bank across 12 African countries. Could you talk about the integration of stock exchanges across Africa? I'm confused by news around it on an ongoing basis. I would love some clarity on that, both Pan-Africa and within the regions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Basically about integration, I think the question was about what kind of initiatives have been undertaken.
We have 1 minute 35
Yes.
seconds.
I'll finish before that. So I think the creation of a Pan-African exchange, in my view, is still very premature. It's conceptually attractive, but I don't think it's going to happen because there's so many obstacles on the way, exchange control issues, regulatory frameworks that differ, and so on and so forth. What I think may happen is you'll see integration within very specific regions. Maybe in West Africa, I know that Ghana, Nigeria, and BRVM might be talking. I know in East Africa, Nairobi, Uganda, and Tanzania are looking at ways and means of integrating. And within the Southern African region, what we're trying to do is use technology to cross-link the markets, that is, allow brokers from different exchanges to trade on each other, so that this allows the traffic to grow and increases, the volume of transactions. So
we have a pragmatic approach.
Yes, integration will, in my view, happen through technology and nothing else.
Doing business in Africa, you can't afford to be without Africa Investor.